Hello everyone, this is Danny, and something I need to get done today, and what it is, it's a last theory that I wrote and published, which Garland never got a chance to see it or read it. Neither did Stephanie. She wanted me to narrate this theory to her a little bit before she passed away, but I never got that chance. So, that being said, I like to do with this video is right now I would like to dedicate it to Stephanie and Garland. So if you bear with me, I'm going to narrate my theory to you now. This theory by researcher Dan Shirley of early humans and modern humans and their link to nature. Also, this theory was a result of 3 years of observation and field research, documented on paper, and this global event of the past 3 years and the total breakdown of modern man's social system. This theory, I will explain the link between early and modern humans. The link between the two are directly linked to nature, also called human nature. The 3 major elements of human nature are mentality, physicality, and individuality. What is the definition of the 3 elements? Mentality, one who can think and reason. Physicality, one's physical power. Individuality, one who is an individual and who can make their own choices. The main element of nature that has not changed through time is to reproduce and survive. Early man, such as Erectus and Ergaster, possessed the elements of the connection to nature. Throughout their existence, which these 3 early humans lived for over 2.2 and 2.1 million years ago. If they had lost the link to nature, they surely would have gone into extinction in a far more quicker time. When early humans created groups or clans, or what you would call a tribe, early man eventually created another element called a social system. What was their social system? First, they functioned as a group to perform their everyday life. They also learned as time went by to better their social system, and they also learned to enhance their survivability and reproduction. If early man experienced a radical social system breakdown, it surely would create chaos within the group and would have a catastrophic effect. If in that time period, it would have definitely affected all of the early humans in a global manner. Early man did not experience a complete social system breakdown, which is why they hold the record of any known living early human. How did modern man delink themselves from human nature and from nature itself. As time passed, they seem to have lost and no longer possess the three elements of human nature and nature itself. Through the last 3 years of my research, I was amazed to learn that modern man has lost the connection or the link to mentality, physicality, and individuality, and also a fast decline in modern man's social system. Also, I observed a low survival status and a weak reproduction status. The decline of modern man is due to certain factors such as technology. Remember, man created technology to better themselves as a global species. But he created direct harm to a modern day global civilization called man. Point: if man created technology, man is not flawless. Therefore, common sense dictates technology has flaws. Technology was and is the reason for the disconnect and link to human nature and nature itself. They seem to rely on all aspects of technology in their everyday modern life. This effect has created a global social system decline in modern humans. The survivability of humans are now the survivability of humans we know of today is at its lowest decline in any point of any known living Homo sapiens on record. If mankind does not reverse the course, they would be absolute devastation to a modern global civilization. Chaos is nothing other than a cancer to a given civilization. All the elements that are non-productive that I have mentioned create the pathway to the inevitable, the extinction of mankind. Also, as a researcher in anthropology and cryptozoology, at this point in time, I was completely focused on anthropology and their link to modern Homo sapiens. What a contrast between the two species. I must remind you, though, my personal research for the last 10 years, I dedicated myself to this special subject of human nature and the link between early man to modern man. Remember, this theory is not of my personal opinion or my own assumptions. It was conducted in the most comprehensive way. Though dedication and pursuit of the truth and facts, I have not seen any other theory by any other expert in the subject of human nature and nature itself. I truly believe this subject has never been broken down and explained in such a manner. There are some who think they know something about the subject, but know nothing. When they try to discuss the said subject, it sounds more of their personal opinion and personal assumptions without real solid documented evidence and facts about said subject. In conclusion, if mankind cannot relate to their origins, which is nature, human nature, and does not repossess the additional elements of human nature, mentality, physicality, individuality, and if mankind on a global level refuse and or correct the type of social system that obviously is malfunctioning, where early humans' social system was more functional. My research reflects this to be true. I also see a rapid decline in all social and non-social aspects of a global civilization in which we call humankind or mankind. There you go, Garland. There you go, Stephanie. The deed is done. I'll miss you both. Like I said, this video is dedicated to Stephanie and Garland. Thank you for your time. I appreciate everyone out there. Thank you so much. Bye.